small. And those zerglings, there are a lot of zerglings across the map. And Mutalisks, there's going to be a significant amount of trouble. Going to go come and attack, and that's expected one single siege tank that is going to run up the ramp. Going to get picked off by the Mutalisks. Nothing here for Midas. All of his marines get picked off, and Midas looking in a lot of trouble now. Has Mutalisks and zerglings among his production buildings, and he still has his force across the middle. Has another tank, and they're probably going to get picked off very soon. And he's in a horrible position just this entire time. Has a Valkyrie coming out there. Whoa, that totally caught me off guard. That totally caught me off guard. Freaking Valkyrie coming out there. Gonna nothing but a single Valkyrie. Gonna force those Mutalisks back. Not gonna help too much against ground force. So did manage to clear things out. There you go. There's the armory. Didn't spot the didn't see the armory at all. After utilizing this entire opportunity to go and pick off the upper left position. Also gonna lose the lower road thanks to that Valkyrie. But interesting play here from Midas. Definitely doing something a little bit different. Does not, just look at that. The number of medic marines he has not large enough at all. Lurkers not going to come inside the natural expansion. Bunker be bit there at the front. That's not going to be enough. Managing to pick off one of those lurkers. And another one at Smallhead's going to scan in. So is probably going to be able to pick off all these lurkers. Only one little lurker left alive. But Zergling's coming in from the back. Bunker's still not up. But I think, yeah, Midas does have finally enough forces. Has a tank in there supporting him as well. Going to be able to put that bunker up. But Effort's still going to continue this pressure. Has 3 lurkers with more Zerglings coming in. This is just excitement the entire time through. Effort going to be able to get that third up fairly safely. Midas trying to continue working on getting his tech going. He still has not a single science vessel out there. I mean, almost losing his Valkyrie to Scourge, but it should be able to fight back. Scans coming off. Tanks just going to push those lurkers back. Still don't see siege on those. Or if they do have siege, not sieging up. Defiler mound on the coming on the way. Did not even see the Queen's Nest earlier from Effort going very early hive. As soon as he gets the third base up, he knows that if he continues this pressure, if he can continue pressuring the natural expansion of Midas and using those dark swarms as well effectively with lurkers and zerg, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, adding in additional creep colonies at the main as though natural, to continue protecting themselves, to protect themselves against siege tank assaults. Very low health on that Valkyrie. You might want to repair that Valkyrie. It's a very large investment. You want to make sure that it survives. Only has 29 or 28 of his 200 health. I still don't see a science facility out there. Going to finally lose his Valkyrie. But no Mutalisks out there for him now, so we're going to see how big of a factor that becomes. Valkyrie at the very least fought back the Mutalisks for a time that it really needed to. The fire mount already up. Just going to research consume now. Wait for those Defilers to come out. Midas Mule going to go and start sieging up. I still fear that he has a very small medic marine force, and he really does not just have enough of that. He is going to be able to siege against those lurkers and sunken colonies here at the front. Still no science vessels out there for him either to support against these lurkers. They're such an important factor. Also going to be very important once those Defilers come out there. The tanks might be able to help out at the start, but now if Effort decides to bust out of there with nothing but Dark Swarm and Lorcas and Zerkins, he's going to have enough to bust out of there. He's going to lose these sunken colonies, and Effort will get himself into position to attack. He's going to go for the assault right here. Don't see these cams coming off. Effort's going to be forced to back off. Midas, going to be forced to back off. Going to get his siege tank close to position. Meanwhile, the Dark Swarm coming up. Lorcas going to be forced to fight back. Are the Marines going to be in position to pull? Okay. Thought Effort was going to go for the full-on assault. It does seem like he's going to go full-on assault. Going to be seeing Dark Swarm. The tank's going to be forced to unsiege. Most of the tanks going to go down. All the tanks going to go down. And just a few of the Marines going to survive and just jolly on back to the middle of the map. Closer to Effort's base. Dropship also closer to Midas's base. Dropship also on the way there. We're going to see whether there's going to be any nice drops coming in for Midas to try to do the damage he needs. But right now, just mulling around the middle. Just not enough of the forces, not enough of the damage. And Effort ready for this drop. Has Scourge all over the place. His Overlord's ready for this as well. And I think going for a drop would actually be more of a waste of units because there are a Scourge coming in. Midas spotting that in time. Might manage to save that. Not going to save the dropship. Just going to be able to drop 2 Marines down. You saw Midas moving his tongue around his mouth. Not happy with that. Another Valkyrie out there in the air. Actually, don't think it's necessary for him right now because there are no Mutalisks out there at the moment for Effort except these couple 2 there at the 9 o'clock position, 3 o'clock position, which is apparently forgotten about. And now I need a sip of water right now because my brain's going mad. Mutalisks got the 3 actually going to spot the medic going there. I assume to put up an expo, but it's going to be able to prevent that from happening. Also, a couple of fire bats coming in. Valkyrie going to go in there and start hunting some of those Mutalisks. Valkyrie, of course, very useful. Has Marines on one side, Valkyrie on the other side. Those Mutalisks going to be forced back. In no larger number enough to really threaten anything, but still. Midas going to want to pick up the 3rd soon enough. And Effort's still only on 3. I believe he's going to start working on, he's going to start working on his 4th right there at the upper left-hand corner. And the Zerg is so deadly. once they manage to kind of close themselves in, box themselves in, and get up a nice defensive posture off these 4 bases, they're going to be able to transition into a 5th at the 9 o'clock position fairly safely as well, because with that hive tech, of course, you have those Midas canals, you have those Defilers, very good defensive options all around. Well, Midas really has to get his own defense going. It has some mines out there. They're going to be a critical factor. Killing several Zerglings there, some of the mine dragon going on. Going to lose a lurker in there as well, some more mines. Just such an important factor, especially when those Dark Swarms come into play. Might lose another tank as it was unsieging. Might actually go down. Meanwhile, a few Mudos coming in here at the 3 o'clock position. Did manage to delay that command center, apparently, but not too much. A lot of fire bets out there from Midas. So we're going to see whether he's going to manage to utilize those well enough to fight on Dark Swarm. If the lurkers are in way too large a number of the Dark Swarm, the fire bet's just going to die without being too effective. Final SMCV is going to start milling around to the 3 o'clock position, so Midas does seem like it's going to be able to put it up fairly safely. Transitioning into full-out mech now. Getting a second armory going, getting a bunch of factories out there. Some Zerglings still been on, trying to get some mine drags in. But the lurkers do seem like they might be walking into traps of death. There's a few mines in there. Fire bats coming in, trying to start attacking those lurkers under the Dark Swarms. And actually dying as they do that. But there are tanks being sieged up, going to be forced back right now. So Dark Swarm leader is putting on some pressure here at the front. And a lot of Zerglings out there with those Defilers and Lurkers. So actually after doing a great job of just staying on, the only really, still losing some Zerglings out there, but the only real hive tech units he has are those Defilers. Going to lose one of those to a mine. But yeah, that's it. So he's doing a great job of utilizing his resources well, going for mostly Zerglings, but still utilizing a few Lurkers out there as well. Gonna work on a greater spar, so does seem like we're going to be seeing some Guardians coming in there as well. We're going to see whether he utilizes them well, whether Effort actually manages to utilize Guardians well, and not get him killed off. There is that one Valkyrie flying out there. That Valkyrie might just put a complete end to that Guardian threat. And Effort's going to have to make damn sure he loses that. Still a few mines out there, but the Zerglings managed to mill around, managed to get surrounded those Medic Marines and pick off some of those tank torches coming in there at the front. They're going to start engaging. Those Medic Marines do have 1-1 upgrades. Didn't quite spot the upgrades on the mech units. Going to be seeing some Guardians start attacking this 3 o'clock position. There are some Medic Marines in position to counteract that, but they're going to have kind of a hard time really getting in position to do much against those units. We do see Science Facility coming out, so I'm wondering whether we're finally going to be seeing some Science Vessels out in the field, or whether he's actually just going to use that for upgrades against for those weapon upgrades. Finally seeing some Guardians attack the choker position. Nothing. The Valkyrie actually should be still in the air, so if the Valkyrie just flies and goes take care of that, that'll be it. SCV's being forced off, going to fly away, and there's still some Mutalisks also seem to be coming in here to the south, wondering whether they're going to be morphed into some more Guardians. Zerglings going around. Yeah, Mutalisks at the 6 o'clock position, indeed morphing into Guardians, started attacking that main. And the 3 o'clock position, meanwhile, has been cleared. So Midas, economy-wise, is not in the best of position. He has to go and clear those Guardians out, take care of those. He is going to put up a base at the upper right-hand position, hoping to get a 4th going. As Effort, I believe, is actually getting his 5th at the 9 o'clock, and finally sunken it up all over the place. Still utilizing mostly Lurkers and Zerglings. But where's the Valkyrie? Finally, the Valkyrie here at that upper right-hand position, going to start taking care of some of those Guardians. And they're splitting up to just try to let him survive for a little bit longer. But the one single Valkyrie can take care of a lot of Guardians. Of course, Guardians cannot attack air units. Meanwhile, now Midas going to spot the 3 o'clock, engaging some Lurkers that are going to finally get some kind of hard to patrol micro on top of a ramp. So going to actually lose his vultures. Valkyrie, meanwhile, now finding a task for itself here at the 6 o'clock. And I think there are actually some Scourge flying towards that. That was actually a second Valkyrie, apparently, because there was another Valkyrie there at the upper right hand. And still didn't see the second Valkyrie. I think also actually some Scourge attacking that. Now the Guardians are going to focus down one of the armories, so that some of the upgrades are going to come in the way. A few Goliaths coming out there as well, but these Guardians are going to do some decent job. Might pick off several supply depots and supply block Midas. Midas, meanwhile, a lot of